You know Jesus is your personal savior.
If you would have asked us where our chicken came from years ago, we wouldn't know what to say. Sometimes when we see videos like the one you're about to watch, if you're not used to this lifestyle, it can seem so inhumane and cruel, but in reality, these birds lived a very happy pasture-raised life compared to the chicken you buy at the supermarkets. The reality of low-lit confinement housing for commercial-raised meat is that chickens are packed in with no square footage to roam or forage for the entirety of their lives, laying in their own fecal matter and consuming high amounts of fecal dust and ammonia until their death. So high, where it's so unsafe for humans to remain in the confinement housing for extended periods of time. Most chickens get hung by their feet and electrocuted as they go down a conveyor line. After slaughter, they are dipped in multiple chlorine baths to kill the high amount of germs that they just lived in for several weeks. Today, we will show you where our chicken comes from, and where we believe all chicken consumption should come from. Today was a big day for Brown's Family Homestead as we processed our very first 25 non-GMO Rainbow Rangers. We want to bridge the gap of disconnect we have with our food. We want to know their living conditions, what they were fed, that they lived a drug-free life, and we want to know that the chickens lived a cared for and happy life, and we respect their lives as they live and respect them down to their last seconds of life. Here's the reality. If you eat chicken, it doesn't just magically show up at the store. What we're about to show you shouldn't be heartbreaking but beautiful. God gives us these animals and it's our job to take care of them as humanely as possible so they can provide nourishment for our bodies. Alright, let's go process some birds, and at the end of this processing time, it's time to put the Cornish cross chickens on pasture and to hand deliver all the chicken to family and friends because we decided to give all this chicken away instead of selling it since it was our first ever batch of meat birds. Let's go!
So much water when you're in the typical water ones. Yeah. But some nipples on there now, you can oh. Take it right over there. Yeah. Okay. So now
Grab him by the feet.
grab him by the feet, right? You can, yeah. Sorry, buddy. Yep. Obviously, those are the killing cones, so we're gonna line them up in there. I can do it, and whoever wants to do it. I kill them. Now there's two different ways to do it. People like my uncle, he says that he just cuts the head clean off. A lot of videos that we've been watching say that they retain a lot of they like tense up and they retain a lot of their blood. If you can cut that like right where they're
jugglers.
Yep, yeah, cut that and let them completely gush out, and they're like flatlined. So yeah, we're just cutting into their right up close to their head. They stay up as close to their head as possible, because usually when we're snapping their head off, when they're coming out of the plucker and whoever's doing the eviscerating, we're not cutting the head off, we're literally twisting it and pulling it off. A lot of times it'll pull off right there. And it's mainly for like production reasons, for if someone's selling, it's a little bit extra weight right there. If you go way down low, you might pull that whole neck off.
Oh.
So we're just trying to get into a good practice of going high. So, but just for everyone's knowing, they're gonna be flopping and flailing all over the place. What anything that we've been reading and watching says that as soon as you cut that, they are lights out, but their heart is still pumping. It's pumping all of it out, which is perfect. So
they're hugging cones.
They're hugging, so they're
Temple Grandin.
Yeah.
You give them sedatives when they're in there.
We've already injected all of them with
all
morphine.
right.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
So the cool thing about lining 5 of them up is we can just let them all sit there once they're all done flailing all over the place. We have seen them jumping out of the cones, so if you see them start to walk themselves out of the cones, push them back down. But once that's done, I think we can fit 2 in here, and then whoever's manning this station, don't let those birds sit at the bottom of that, because that's where that flame is. So take the fire poker or whatever and just go up and down with them. The rule of thumb with that is if you pull it out and you can peel their skin off, their feet off, then they are done. Anything more than that, they're going to start cooking. And
90 seconds, right?
Yeah, it's like 60 to 90 seconds.
Okay.
So we really have to be aware of that. Once that's done, they get pulled, and 2 of them can go inside of this plucker. So just that bottom turns, and then it holds them up on those fingers. So that only takes about a minute as well.
You're not cutting them until after they're plugged.
Exactly, yeah. They are whole until we put them right here. Once they are completely eviscerated and we're done with that, that's when they throw them into a tank and let them cool off for a little bit. We also need all the birds to go through that scalder before we shut it down, dump that dirty water out, and start over.
Yep.
So everything can get into here. Then we'll just stop, and that kind of gives them a chance to cool off. Then we'll take them out 4 at a time, put them right on top of these things. It lets all the water fall out of them. They've been cleaned out by then. Whoever is eviscerating them, you'll have that hose over there, that gray one. Once you're done pulling all the guts out and throwing them in that trash, you can just do a quick spray inside of them, and like a light spray on the outside, and then toss them into here. So make sure they're pretty clean. Once they all go in here and we stop and take a break, dump that out, let that get back up to heat again. That's going to be 190 after this. Put 4 on here, let them dry for just a little bit, a couple seconds, a minute. They say there's a short window to where they're too dry and they hold up on the bag. Yeah. But these holders are mainly for when you put that bag over top of it. It's like a, not a zip seal bag, but what am I trying to say?
Vacuum seal.
Yeah, like a vacuum seal bag, but we're not vacuum sealing them.
Heat sealing.
Heat sealing them basically. But you put the bag right over top of them, then you lift the bird off. They have a straw, like a big kind of industrial straw. You put that down into the cavity of the bird as you're holding onto that bag, and we'll have that scalder at 190. You dip that thing in there for like 3 seconds, it shoves all that air out of that straw, and it sucks the bag around it. And then we'll have somebody, V or whoever, with the zip ties that are provided, spin the bag a couple times, zip tie it, and it's done. We'll weigh it. The only reason I want to weigh it is to start getting good at how much these things are coming out as and things like that, how much meat we produced off how much feed we had. I have labels that we can just write on, whoever's got some decent handwriting, in the ice bath.
Probably labels after they come out of there.
And dry.
So we're gonna have to probably write with marker on them what the weight is.
Yeah. I'll write it small.
Cool.
And then we can put the label right over.
Right on top of it. Okay, good deal. Yeah, so that's it.
And it says Brown's Family Homestead on the label,
No, it's
right?
the budget label.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So the videos I'm watching is, if you go like that, you're going to be slicing through all that hair first.
Yeah.
So they said to kind of pull that back if you can.
You ever watch it here?
If you're sure of it, yeah.
Every single time he always talks about respecting the animal from life to death.
Yeah.
He goes on a whole speech about it, and I love that.
Yeah, I mean it's God gives life, man.
I guess it's 23, 24.
Okay.
You want to do the first?
Bear
I
chicken.
don't care. There's a little indent right there that if you pull up on it,
joint is?
yep.
Yeah, it like splits apart.
Back of the joint.
We're not saving feet.
Nope. There is an oil gland
Yep.
right on the butt
Yep.
that they say
Right across.
down.
There you go.
Nice.
So this, so it's on its back right now. They say to
Let's do,
can't on this one. Maybe it's so small because I haven't fed them. But so the trachea and the esophagus, you grab on underneath of it and you
Yeah.
pull this way, pull it out.
Yeah, out of the neck.
So then when you do open it up in the back,
you can pull it right
yeah,
through.
you can pull it right through. Okay, I'm trying to.
Got another one for you.
Okay. So yeah, Steve. So they said that they want to keep as much fat in there as
Do you have
possible.
room for this one over there?
Crazy, but yeah, we can just set it on the table or
because of
whatever.
weight, probably, right?
Yeah, probably. I think this one's good to go.
Are you gonna do the slope for the feet
Oh,
thing?
here's still trachea. No, I'm not going to on this one.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work.
I'm going to hold it up. Oh, it should be
Okay, these we got that sack removed, the head's removed, feet are removed. It's ready for you.
Okay. So, you picked up that one.
That's 45 seconds.
Okay. Feet are just coming off.
Okay. Nothing ripped?
Nothing ripped.
Okay.
No, that's perfect.
So what we were dealing with was cooking this too long in the scalder and then keeping it in here too long. So then it was kind of like cooking them and ripping the skin off. So, yeah. Thanks for your life.
My hands slip off.
We're very thankful for you. Gonna feed some families.
Should be able to start to see the yellow. Yep. And you can go this way.
Okay.
Or the other way. Just hold it.
Okay. Oh, with my other hand.
Yep. There you go. Now you're going to want to remove the esophagus.
Gotten an egg yet. Really? Yeah. How many weeks are they? I don't know.
There it is right there.
Like first, second week and
This is not telling me.
So this is
They say put it right in the cavity. So
Okay.
turn it around. Stick that thing right down in the cavity. Yep. Squeeze around there. And then dip it right up to your hand for, they said like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that might be the reason too, because we're keeping that straw in there for a second. Maybe that's the first thing we should yank, because it's okay.
Wow, our first bag of chicken.
Okay, so let's
This may be 6'3".
510.
5.8.
515. 514.
Here you go.
Okay. Babe, shut that
Okay.
We were really working with them. Yep, these are our chickens.
Right there.
You may have to testify tomorrow at church.
What?
You got 22 chickens out and you butchered 25.
How did that happen? You killed one, remember?
I even killed one. We lost 3. I killed one.
I don't.
Look at the quantity. Maybe I did get a couple extra.
No, don't minimize what the Lord can do.
25. Thought we had 22. I thought I got 25 at the beginning.
We had a couple die. Right?
We had 3 die.
All right, so while Ange cleans, he's gonna do a little recap of what we just experienced.
It was pretty easy. I have experience just gutting deer, and that's it. And I feel like if you can do a deer, you can do this. And the cool thing about this is you're not cutting up the deer and everything. You're just packaging this as whole birds. As of right now, I don't know if we're gonna do parts or anything in the future, but
What do you wish we would have done differently?
I think just doing this cleanup process, like the setup process and the cleanup process, I think that to make it doable or even worth it, I think you need to be having more birds. So we did 25 Rainbow Rangers. I think if we were to do it again, which we already are, we're doing 50 next.
Cornish cross.
Yeah, Cornish crosses, yeah. I honestly think that 50 is like the minimum you should do just because of the amount of time it takes to set up and tear down. I think to make it worth your while and your money is probably worth it to do a bigger quantity. But we didn't want to do a huge quantity and absolutely hate it. So that's what we did.
You can borrow I feel like some of our stuff was borrowed, so we didn't even.
We borrowed the plucker. We bought a little turkey fryer as a scalder. So yeah, we did get by with some minimum stuff. We definitely have taken notes. Definitely have taken notes on what we need to do different next time in the next couple weeks, and we definitely will.
We got 127 pounds of meat.
Yes, out of 25 birds, so that's pretty good. We're gonna do our calculations and everything, and I'm sure that's gonna be in a video of how much it was, what our overhead was. We have it down to the penny pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna compare the Cornish cross and the Rainbow Rangers.
Yeah, so.
Overall, it was good.
It was a great experience. We had fun. We had some family friends over and some family, and I think it was enjoyable. People walked away with birds, and I think it was overall pretty positive, and I enjoyed it, which was kind of a cool thing. So.
Yeah, we did a giveaway on Instagram and Facebook, so now I'm gonna go show you what we're giving away. All right, here it is. It's a Brown's Family Homestead t-shirt and a cinnamon sugar swirl sourdough loaf that I made that morning with a brown sugar cinnamon butter to pair with it. And then we gave away 5 birds. So pickup time was the same day as processing day. And we're going to be doing giveaways now and then to people that are local. So subscribe if you're local for more. All right, we got everything pretty much cleaned out. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the chicken coop, which is right there. And we are going to release the 50 Cornish cross that are in the brooder. We are going to go put them on the pasture where these Rainbow Rangers were in, the chicken tractor. So it's time for them to get some grass. So sad day for the Rainbow Rangers, but a good day for the Cornish cross.
Okay.
Remember, we don't name meat chickens.
Why?
Remember? Why?
It's because we eat them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome home, chickies.
Welcome home, chickies. Welcome home, chickies.
All right, and people are probably gonna wonder, why are we giving away all of our birds?
Because that's just what we had in our head to do for our first batch. We're gonna have, I think, a lot of other batches. So, yeah, we just decided to give them all away. It's kind of a way for some friends and family to see how they like it. If they maybe want to buy some from us in the future. That's a mangled bird.
How many do we have of those? 2?
I don't know.
We have 2 mangled birds because they were in the scalder too long and it like rips their skin apart. I would count this as a successful day processing our first ever meat chickens. We got 127 pounds of meat from our 25 Rainbow Rangers, and it took us about 2.5 hours. And in a couple weeks we process our 50 Cornish Cross, so we'll be bringing you guys along on that. We're expected to get a lot more meat from them. And we have written down every single expense that has gone into these birds, how much feed they've been getting, every single thing. So if you want to see a price breakdown, see which one's more profitable and all of that, make sure you stick around to see that video. But for now, it was a successful day on Ron's Family Homestead, and we'll see you again next weekend with a new video. Bye!